Okay. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. Give me a replay, gang, if you're checking out the replay. Man, I cannot tell you, waking up to all these trolls, how crazy that feels. If you follow me on Instagram, No Money Down King, you're gonna see I just did a podcast with King Jay Morrison, who admittedly, has had some trials and tribulations like we all have, you know. But I really feel the brother's heart is in the right place. When I tell you that people are going in the comments, I need y'all's help, man. I need y'all to come get in these comments on No Money Down King and help represent what we doing. You know what I mean? Because some of them are talking crazy. It is wild. Any of y'all get to check out this podcast yet? Listen, I'm all about putting the movement over the moment, because if we let our emotions win, we're going to lose every time. You know what I mean? Somebody give me that in the comments. If we let our emotions win, we're going to lose every time. Some of them are really getting to me. It's wild. So if you don't follow on Instagram, or if you don't check in on Instagram a lot, I'm asking you to do me a favor and get up in that thing. What's up, Ty? Yeah, Queen. You never hit me up, Queen. What's up? Allie, good morning, Queen. How was the speaking engagement this weekend? Wilmington, North Carolina in the house. Taisha, YouTube gang checking in. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Karita? What's up, Adam? Michelle? Michelle know what I'm talking about. I saw you in the comments, Michelle. I think that was you. Did any of you? Alice. What's up, Mrs. James? I'm glad you made it in, Queen. But yeah, that's my Instagram, No Money Down King. Okay, Mobile, Alabama's in the house. I love it. Let's get it. Okay. Let's get it. I'm glad to see everybody this morning, all these beautiful faces. This morning, we're talking about developing hunger, ain't we? Hey, man, if we let our emotions win, we're going to lose every time. You ain't lying. Check it out. Let's get it. My man Willpower in the house. Okay, then. Dinero Financials checking in. Yeah, Chanel, let them know. Manetti. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Queen. Okay. I hear you. Yeah, but I'm serious about this. If you have a chance today, please come check in over there on No Money Down King on Instagram. I have a feeling you're gonna be able to get something out of it. What up, Sade? Okay. Shankivia is in the house. What's up, Queen? Yeah, so No Money Down King on Instagram, because they are trolling me. And it's like, I can't handle all of them by myself. And I need some help. Some people that know that we putting in work out here. Also, don't forget the perfect holiday gifts. The perfect holiday gifts are going down right now. If you go to wearemillionaireminded.com, we there waiting for you. The vision board coloring book. Let's get this thing cracking. How was everybody's weekend? Incredible, I hope.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time, because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Just hold on.
I'm really glad to hear that, man. I'm glad that so many of you have been checking the podcast out.
Thank you. Please announce yourself.
My man D Money checking in. What up, Jess?
Entry and exit tones are off.
Okay. So I'm going to let y'all know on the live line, just like I was just talking about on Facebook and Twitter and in the Facebook group and all the other places we're streaming right now, right? Because, wherever you are, all you're doing is seeing the people that are on your particular page. But do me a favor and share this with an entrepreneur, because this is a very important topic we're discussing this morning. Before we get into it, I just want to remind you that it is a perfect time for you to be grabbing holiday gifts if you want them sent out in time for Kwanzaa or Christmas or whatever you celebrate around this time. Regardless of what you celebrate, it's never a bad time to cut on your dream machine, you know? And that's what this coloring book allows you to do. It's an affirmation and visualization coloring book, all kinds of images that you or your babies can be coloring in and just visualizing your best life and the kind of impact that results from the kind of income you deserve to be earning. We also got note pages on every page so that you can write in your personnel file or rewrite your affirmations. It also has quotes on every page. It's pretty amazing. So get yourself about 5 or 6 or 10 of these, and we'll get them shipped out ASAP. Also, a 90-day planner. This is a good time to grab one of these because at the end of the day, you want to start your new year really strong. And the 90-day massive action planner will make sure that you start with a bang. All right, enough shameless promotion. Today, we're here to talk about hunger. I love the story of the dude that started Honda. You know, Sokiro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. You know, my baby spent a lot of time in Japan, so she's probably could tell me all kinds of ways that I'm mispronouncing that. But Sokiro Honda back in like the 1920s, I think it was like the mid 1920s, everybody thought that his invention was crazy. He had invented this new kind of like piston ring. Everybody telling him he crazy. He still invested his life savings, even pawned his wife's jewelry. You hear what I'm saying? Slept in the workshop to make this vision real. Isn't it weird how greatness always has this flip side of the coin? I think it's Lorraine Hansberry that was like, if you are exceptional, you know, if you are at all exceptional in actuality, it is the same thing that will also inevitably make you lonely. Greatness has a cost, y'all. Greatness has a cost. I want you to understand this. But y'all know the rest is history. After numerous rejections, everybody wanted his product, right? So now we go, but it's just like one of them movies. 20 years later, in 1944, bomber planes from the United States, you know, blew his factory up. Just straight up destroyed his factory. Then a year after that, an earthquake came and then crushed him out again. What would you do at this time? What would you do at this time? I want you to think about this. He's going through it. You know what I mean? He doesn't know what to make of the fact that he had just now started to catch his kind of like stride. And then all of a sudden, it gets destroyed again. What would you do? What would you do, millionaires? I'm going to tell you something. This is where you need what we call hunger. Does that make sense? This is where your hunger better kick in. Because if not, no one will ever know your name. You're just not going to make it. Am I making sense to somebody out there? Millionaires, his story from there is kind of like history. 2016, he did like $2 billion. The Honda Motor Corporation. You guys have heard of Honda. You have family members that drive a Honda, et cetera, so forth. But the point that I'm making is that only insatiable hunger to achieve this lifelong goal makes these kinds of dreams manifest. It's like God hears our prayers more when we show that we're desperate. All successful leaders carry this hunger. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you're talking to your mentor. Sometimes you're talking to your coach. Sometimes you're talking to your teacher, and they got something they want you to do, and you don't feel like doing it. What we're going to talk about today are some ways that you can access and begin to leverage your hunger. If you're ready for the first one, give me a number 1 and a share. Give me a number 1 and a share. I'm talking strictly to people that want to turn their hunger up. I'm talking strictly to people who want to turn their hunger up. Give me a number 1 and a share. I need you to share this with somebody, millionaires. I need you to share this with somebody. This is important. This is important. Give me a number 1 and a share. Give me a number 1 and a share. Share this with your accountability partner. Share this with your favorite Facebook group. I got 10 minutes left, and I'm going to try and give you everything I got. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, kings and queens. Here's the first one. I dare you. Take 10 minutes every day, 10 quiet minutes, right? and ask yourself, why do I want this? Why do I want this? Right? No amount of education, no amount of experience, no amount of connections are going to carry you through life's inevitable setbacks, life's inevitable adversity. And without a powerful goal, you're not going to be able to make it through. You're not going to be able to withstand the misfortune. Does that make sense? Well, check this out. You can create motive by taking a few minutes every day to visualize this goal in detail. You got to have some vision, some idea of what the future could look like. Because if you're not drawn into the future because of a vision, you'll be trapped in the past because of your perceptions, because of your memory. You've got to have an idea what the future is going to look like. Check this out. This is why I'm so big on this visualization stuff. This is why I'm so big on you encouraging your children to visualize, because the teacher is going to tell them stop daydreaming. But check it out. Visualization ain't got to be what the monks do on top of the mountain. It can be just as simple as you creating a mental image of a future event. If your North Star is to build a business that generates $10,000 in monthly income, spend time imagining why. Is it 3 vacations a year? Is it a new car? Is it providing your children with quality education? Is it more memories with your boo thing? Why is this important to you? You need a why that's strong enough to make you cry, is the way the saying always goes. If that makes sense, give me a number 2 and a share. You have to spend time. Physical hunger happens naturally, but you got to spark the ambition kind. You got to spark it, y'all. Here's the second one. Number 2, I dare you, I challenge you to spend time with people who have what you want. Spend time with people who have what you want. You ever been around somebody that got a brand new baby and then you start getting baby fever? Well, check it out. You got a baby in your mind too. And what you need to do, because your business is your baby, you need to give yourself a little baby fever. If you want to succeed as a speaker, hang out with people like my mentor, Mr. Les Brown. Man, watch him cash some of these checks he gets. Watch him go from, a man in his 70s to this giant spirit, this giant aura, the minute he steps up on stage and owns it and starts walking like George Jefferson. Spend a little time with somebody like that. Watch what happens when they receive this thunderous applause. I've traveled the whole world with Mr. Brown. London, Costa Rica, right? I've watched arenas stand to their feet. You think that don't cut on your hunger a little bit? Once you get a little taste of what it takes to achieve your goal, all of a sudden it's going to be easier for you to put in the time. Millionaires, you're the average, as Jim Rohn famously said, of the 5 people you spend the most time with. All you have to do is duplicate the mentality, the character, and the habits of that person, and you'll duplicate their results. But you start to become conscious of what you believe and how it limits you when you see other people who, when you get to know them more, are no different than you, have no more education or abilities or special talents than you do, and yet they're getting all these different results. You gain the advantage of being able to transform faster by finding people whose mentality, character, and habits you can begin to model. If you spend enough time with them, before you know it, you'll be willing to spend enough time on what it is you want to manifest. If you're ready for number 3, give me a number 3 and a share. Let's get it. Give me a number 3 and a share. I'm just talking to people who want to develop more hunger this morning. That's all I'm talking to. If you're cool with the way your life is going, if you're cool with what life is giving you, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing? If you're cool with that, then this ain't for you, baby. This is for people that want to cut on their hunger. Here's number 3, burn the boats. So far we said spend 10 minutes visualizing your why. Then we said hang out with people who do what you want to do and have what you want to have and feel the way you want to feel. And then number 3 is burn the boats. This comes from Alexander the Great. It's funny how history calls them great when they're a psychopath. But Alexander the Great, he landed this invasion force on the shores of Persia, and then he ordered his people to burn the ships. Y'all know this story? Not a fire like I got behind me, but he actually burned the ships. Why? Because he said, we're going to get rich or die trying. No, that was 50 Cent. But what he said is, we go home in Persian ships or we die. Don't you think that makes you fight a little bit harder? History is littered with examples of leaders who gave the same order. History is littered with examples of leaders who gave the same order in the face of these unimaginable odds. Millionaires, they talk about it in Sun Tzu's Art of War. You know, fighting with one's back to the river is what they call it. But this is all a reference to the fact that you've got to go all in if you want to win. I know you know incision is to cut into, right? Excision is to cut out. Well, a decision is to cut off, to eliminate any other course of action. Homicide is to kill someone else. Genocide is to kill a race of people. Well, check it out. To decide is to kill off every other option. Burning the boats is not one of those decisions that you make lightly, because for you, it might mean quitting a job. It might mean killing a product line. It just ain't working for your business. You hear me? It might be investing your whole nest egg, your whole life savings into something. You hear me? But when you're faced with a choice between victory and absolute defeat, death, something else clicks on, man. You start to get ravenous for this success you want. Am I making sense? Give me a number 4. Give me a number 4 and a share. Give me a number 4 and a share. Yeah, that was number 2, Mark Bates. Glad to see you made it this morning, bro. Here's number 4. Here's number 4, because I only got 3 more minutes. 15 minutes of fire, right? I only got a couple more minutes. Here's number 4. Move your body. Move your body. If you want to cut on your hunger, here's a little trick that a lot of people aren't aware of. See, because what we know is that your psychology controls your physiology. We all know that because we can read body language. And when somebody's walking around like, oh, you know what I mean? You see their shoulders slump. They begin to give in to gravity. But check this out, y'all. Not only does psychology change your physiology, but did you know your physiology can change your psychology? Did you know by pulling your shoulders straight, right? By walking with your head up high, you start to feel, by smiling really big, do you know you start to feel differently? It's true. When your physiology changes, so does your mind. So what am I saying? I'm saying 30 minutes of light activity. Oh, I ain't got time for that, Haziq. Well, 10 minutes then. I'm saying if you increase the supply of oxygen and nutrients to the cells in your body, you begin to change that level of motivation you feel. Without energy, you got no drive. Think about how you feel after Thanksgiving dinner. When you got the itis. There's this restaurant in Atlanta called This Is It. I'll be like, man, that place needs to be called The Itis. They need to rearrange the words and just call it The Itis. Because your body be working so hard to try and digest some of this crap, right? Or think about how you feel after New Year's. You've been drinking all night, partying. We celebrate by trying to destroy ourselves, right? In these low energy states, you don't have a lot of motivation to work on your side business. So what I'm saying is, forget sports drinks, and don't get mad at me. Forget coffee. I know, it has some short-term benefits, but what I'm saying is a little physical activity can be a lot better for your productivity, and it doesn't drain all the liquids out your body. And when we produce, we get a motivational boost. Ain't that something? Now you're setting off a positive cycle. Plus, exercise can curb anxiety. Exercise can curb depression. And anxiety and depression rob us of hunger. Does that make sense? Now, I ain't saying you got to hit the gym every time your motivation drops. That ain't what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that even these simple little practices can improve your drive. Even getting out your chair can boost your energy. Every morning when I say, if you were excited that today could be the best Monday you've ever lived on planet Earth, right? What I'm trying to get you to think about is boosting your energy. And then I'll say, raise your energy level. And sometimes I'll be like, man, just wiggle your toes, wiggle your, you know what I mean? Because you're busting a move. And all of that counts. It all counts. Here's the last one I got for you, y'all. And then it's affirmation time. I want to challenge you to call in on the affirmation line. Even if you've never done it before, make this the day you do something a little different. It's a Monday. We're getting into a new year, baby. I want to challenge you. Here's number 5. Make the inaction incredibly painful. That's number 5 I got for you. Make the inaction incredibly painful. Humans are pain-avoiding creatures. So if we can make the thought of falling short bitter and distasteful, right, and unpalatable, our subconscious will get busy conjuring the motivation we need. You can promise yourself you're going to donate to the other political party if you don't pull it off, right? You just made it painful. You can tell yourself, if I don't pull this off, I'm going to have to do, 50 push-ups. You can make it painful. You can say, if I don't knock this out, then I don't deserve dessert tonight. I don't deserve to eat sweets for the whole week. You can make it painful, right? You can promise that you're going to shave your head, right? Am I making sense? If anybody wants this app that lets you create these commitment contracts, then I got one for you. Just inbox me. They have a swish technique, and I know I'm going over a little bit, but they have a swish technique that you learn in neuro-linguistic programming. It comes in about 6 steps, and it goes like this. The first one is visualize yourself performing the bad habit, like let's say procrastinating on your goal. Number 2, visualize a replacement habit, right? Number 3, see yourself pushing the image of the bad habit away while you perform the new habit. That's the 3rd step in it, right? Number 4, put yourself in a positive state and imagine beginning, for instance, to procrastinate, whatever the bad habit is, or eating the donut, whatever the bad habit is, and then snap your fingers and stop the behavior. All in your mind right now, right? Then step number 5 is, once again, visualize the new habit. Like maybe you're going to take a walk around the block instead of having that donut. Or maybe you're going to read your favorite book to get away from that craving of the donut, or get away from that craving of the procrastination and watching a TV show, right? Number 6, repeat the process until the new habit becomes your new reality. If you're successful, then even the thought of going back to it will feel kind of horrible. Millionaires, remember this. Physical hunger grows automatically, but your appetite for success will not. I think it was Jim Rohn who said that's why motivation is like bathing. We suggest it daily. And that's why we come to you every single day. I am proud of you for being here again this morning. I challenge you to make this a part of your daily routine. I challenge you to remember that life don't change in a day. Life changes in the daily. Therefore, the secret to success or failure is always found in your daily routine. Repeat after me, millionaire. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy and grateful